Hey everybody, it's Brett Baker here. Confessions of a Salesperson. There's a debate going on right now. Is cold calling dead? Great debate. Some people think it is and some people think it's not. Some people are making their best money cold calling. It's the fastest way to get to that person you want to talk to. So it doesn't matter, they're both right. But we have a sales professional here and we just want to get some insight from him on his confession. So dude, have you ever been cold calling and had any kind of an experience that kind of made you laugh or set you back?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I have. I've had a situation where I'm making a call, and it would be something like this, where I might say, "Hey Brett, thanks for taking my call. I'm so and so with so and so company. This is a cold call, and I don't want to waste your time. So if you'd like me to hang up, I can do that." And lo and behold, they hung up on me. I go, "Oh, okay, bye."
But it's the truth.
It was the truth. I didn't have to worry about it.
So tell us about, would that have set you back a couple years ago versus now? Or did you think it is as funny as it was and no big deal?
Oh, a couple of years ago, I would have been mortified because I don't handle being rejected very well. But now I have the ability to look at it and say, well, it's no big deal. The guy doesn't hate me. He just doesn't want a salesman on the phone right now. So I move on to the next call immediately.
Yeah, awesome. So back in the beginning of cold calling days for you, were there ever times you just got so flustered you ever hung up before you even done?
Back in the day, what I would do is I would run through all of these scripts in my head before I ever made a call. And then I would make one call, it would be a disaster, and I would make up excuses not to make any more calls.
And now today, what's different?
The minute I hang up, if a guy tells me that he's not interested, if he tells me he doesn't like me, the very first thing I do is hang up, look up the next number, and start dialing. I don't care.
So, any other funny stories around cold calling that people might think is interesting?
Well, you've been asking me all these questions. Is there any way I can reverse this and ask you what you think might be a funny story? Because you've been doing this longer than I have, and you're funnier than I am.
Fair question. I think one that comes to mind would be, I had this, here's a story. Here's a person that was cold calling all day without any success. And it was 4:59 on a Friday. And they made this last call to this one person they'd been putting off for a long time. And the person picked up the phone. And they said, "Hey, can I tell you why I called? And you tell us what direction you want to go." And the guy listened to the 30-second commercial. And at the end of his 30 seconds, he said, "Would that be something you'd be interested in talking about?" And the guy says, "Maybe." And the person says, "Are you maybe looking at the calendar?" "Maybe." And they said, "What day are you looking at?" "Let's come in Tuesday." And they came in Tuesday, and from that point on, that has been probably over $500,000 in business. So that might be a huge number to some people, but oh my God.